Hi y'all. I will be going over our TASE plan reporting from the Q1 progress monitoring. Admin spent some time with Nina on Thursday reviewing our progress in Q1, and it's great to say that there were definitely some great things happening at Pampa High School, and she had a lot of positive things to say about the work that we were doing. On our goal number 1, it was by October 31st that 75% of our intervention walkthroughs for English 1 and 2 EOCs will show evidence of the targeted intervention strategies. And so this goal was met. One of the things we talked about was the EOC curriculum that was developed and that our EOC teachers are following. Here is some of that data from the Q1 goal. There continues to be great things happening in those EOC classes. If you can see right here, it talks about the walkthrough data from the EOC classrooms. And then right here it talks about the student engagement. And the final note is that we have about 276 retake tests. That's not students, just tests for English 1 and English 2 that will be given in December. There really continues to be some great things happening in our EOC classes. Our teachers have truly crossed the line in these classes because, as y'all know, that we have teachers that are not English teachers teaching these EOC classes. So just really want to say that we're proud of y'all, and Nina had a lot of great things to say about these classes and the classes that she's been in for our EOC intervention classes. So this is our Q2 goal for our goal number 1, and this is what we'll be measuring by the end of January 31st. Okay, moving on to goal number 2. Our Q1 goal was that 50% of English 1 and English 2 lesson plans will show evidence of strategies that support LEP students during learning, and this goal was met as well. And here is some of that quantitative data. Our department had spent some time a couple of weeks ago doing a lesson plan audit, and we actually audited 99 plans, so we didn't just look at just the English 1 and English 2, but all lesson plans. And those showed that 54% of those plans showed specific LEP strategies from PLCs. 23% of those plans showed other LEP strategies, and then 23% of those plans did not indicate any LEP strategies. We'll talk about in our English 1 and English 2, for that goal number 2, some of the things that we talked about on Thursday is just the progress that we're making in our English department. There are great things going on in our English department. One of those things is they're been training and they're using the Lead Forward curriculum, and so we're definitely seeing some positive things happening with our data in English 1 and 2. So I just want to encourage all of those English teachers that they are doing great things and that we're moving forward, and our data is showing some very positive information. So what about second quarter for this goal number 2? The first thing that I would say is we talk about our elements of our lesson plan, and those are all here. This last thing is really what I want to point out when we look at strategies and activities. As we were doing the lesson plan audit, several of the department heads noted that it's really difficult to pull out what those LEP strategies are in the lesson plans unless they're specified out under the strategies and activities. So here, under the strategies and activities, if you can please include your LEP strategies, and this will be really helpful moving forward as department heads continue to do lesson plan audits as we look for those LEP strategies, because going on into Q2 and 3, there will be several other lesson plan audits that we have to do for our TASE goal. Okay, here our goal 3 is about our attendance, and I'll just say that, Mr. Dowdy has been working really hard trying to get our attendance up higher, and as a matter of fact, our attendance is higher than it's been in the last 8 years, where we are at this point right now. Our Q1 goal was that biweekly PLC meetings will be devoted to attendance data and solution finding, and that goal was met. So here are some of that quantitative data for goal number 3. When we look at our attendance rates, those are here. The home visit data from the information that was shared from our home visits in October, And one of the things that we're actually doing in the process of right now is going back through those home visits with when someone actually made contact at those homes and looking at to find out if those students' attendance has improved at all since we did those visits. So be anxious to share that data once we collect all of that. The other thing is that 66 attendance letters were sent out in quarter 1. So what about moving on in second quarter for our goal number 3? Our goal for that will be that 80% of our walkthroughs will provide evidence of engaging lessons. So if you remember the survey that was done last year from students, the rate, I don't remember the exact percentage rate, but it was a very high percentage of students when they talked about why they wanted to come to school, it came back to engaging lessons. So as far as our quarter 2, that's what we'll be looking in walkthrough data. The interventions will continue to be bi-weekly focus on attendance, and teachers will be actively involved with their students' attendance issues and data awareness. So there will be more information about that from Mr. Dowdy and the attendance committee. Okay, on our goal number 4, it has to do with TIPS and PLC. Our quarter 1 goal is that 100% of PLC and TIPS meetings will document agendas and minutes which provide evidence to support implementation of defined processes and procedures. And so that goal was met. So what about quarter 2 for this goal? So the main thing with this this quarter is that not only we have the TIPS and PLC meeting agendas, but that they produce evidence of implementation of learning strategies that are aligned to the targeted improvement plan. So really, as I go through and look at your TIPS minutes and PLC agenda minutes, it'll be looking for more specific things other than just them being there in the Google Doc. So as we finish our TASE update, we just really want to thank you. This is really a true team effort from everyone on our campus. So really just want to thank you for the work that you do on a daily basis. Continue to make engaging lessons. Continue to take time to get to know your students. Take a little bit of time in December to encourage our retesters before they test. And really just thank you for making a difference in the lives of our kids. You all are awesome and have a super great week.